Alright, folks, we're back. We're gonna be a dick to the Falcon.
Oh god.
But real talk, you can imagine my surprise when I'm like, I thought I studied River Room, and then all of a sudden it was a fire type using fire type moves, destroying my
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
speed boost.
Threw me
like, what
for
is
a
happening?
major loop that its typing wasn't still Poison Steel.
Yep.
I'm hitting it
Also
with
had me
ground
really
moves.
confused on its typing. I thought it was a fire poison type. And then I got to the second one, and I was like, huh?
Yeah, right?
I looked this thing up beforehand. Oh my god, you flattened the car.
I did.
Also, yeah, Milo was on that car, and you flattened her.
She's gone. She's just gone. Reduced to atoms.
She's like, stop doing that.
But yeah, I've got like I've heard a lot of people saying like the MCU died with Tony. And I'm not gonna say they're 100% right, but they have a point.
Well, it's just like, Endgame happened, the story's done, that's it. I don't really kind of care after.
There are some things I'm interested in, but like, I don't know.
I was into Taskmaster, and then they destroyed that.
I'm hoping they bring in a different Taskmaster to like make up for that, cause like that wasn't Taskmaster. You can call it Taskmaster however as much as you want. That was not Taskmaster. Which I hate when they do that. When they like
Taskmaster?
what?
Hashtag not my Taskmaster.
Seriously, it's like
Flashback.
didn't act like Taskmaster. Didn't look well. No, he barely looked like Taskmaster. Didn't function like Taskmaster. I heard that apparently they like toned down the skull motif to make
Well, they had to,
because China.
yeah.
The
They,
China?
they banned skull imagery in the country, so
They also so with I read a thing about Lightyear where they originally were gonna cut the same sex kiss scene. Because they didn't want it to like get any controversy, didn't want it to affect their bottom line in
China.
in just other countries in the world, and they didn't want to get banned.
Oh.
And but then like some Disney Plus employees protested, and yeah, then they put it back in, and I think it like bombed horribly. And it's also banned in like 19 countries.
she's crushing my hand.
Oh! She's breaking my arm!
Gotta be honest, I'd much rather they hold a stance than keep catering to China.
Yeah.
See, I'm with that as well. But I'm also tired of woke BS in my kids' programming.
See, I guess here's my thing. I feel like we feel like it's more woke BS because people talk about it so much and make a bigger deal out of the representation than it is. It's not normalized at all. We view it as an outlier or like something that has to be shoehorned in, and then it's a problem.
I think it's about the way you do it.
Yeah. Like, if they didn't say anything about the same-sex kiss scene, it was just in there, and the rest of the movie happened around it, and it felt like an inconsequential part of the movie, I don't think it would actually be that big of a deal. But then people write articles about it. They start to, like, talk it up and discuss it, even before
better,
the movie is released. And then it becomes something
Better, they literally announce it before the movie comes in, be like, breaking news, like Lando Calrissian is Pan, and I was like, oh, who cares?
My favorite one was when they said that Woody was going to be bisexual in Toy Story 4. And then I watched the movie and I was like, no, he wasn't.
That's it, they'll make random announcements, it's not even relevant.
Yeah.
Though I see where you're coming from, and I do agree with you to some extent. I'll say this, I'm okay with, like, diversity, so long as it isn't forced.
Yeah.
Like, for instance, I hate it when they, like, inject that stuff into places where it doesn't belong. Like The Little Mermaid and 101 Dalmatians.
I gotta be honest, I'm more just upset that they are making Disney reboots.
See, it's funny because I've seen both the Beauty and the Beast and the what's his nuts, the Mulan.
You've seen Mulan? Oh god.
I have. I specifically waited until it was available within Disney Plus because I wasn't gonna pay $30 for that.
Yeah.
And
I wouldn't pay an hour of my life for that, but that's besides the point.
that's fair. But yeah, it was. I thought it was decent. So it was pretty good. But see, those two movies fall on different sides of the spectrum of what the fuck are we doing with these reboots. Beauty and the Beast, and by extension, The Lion King, those two follow the story too closely.
Yeah.
And beg the question of, why do we make this in the first place? And then, Mulan goes in the opposite direction, because that one is basically exactly...
And it's not Mulan.
It's not Mulan. It's definitely not...
It's just not Mulan.
The only reason it's called Mulan is because it follows a Chinese girl who goes to the army to pretend to be a man to save her father. And I don't even remember if that's the reason she goes into the army in this one.
I just know that she has a power that no other specifically dude has.
I hate the fact that, like, when they... Like, half the time when they want to write, like, strong female character TM, they just make, like, let's just make her good at everything for no reason, you know? And also, let's either make her have no personality or be an insufferable bitch.
Because they don't know how to write them.
Exactly. Like, I'm trying to think
Looking
of,
at
like...
you, Captain Marvel.
Captain Marvel, I feel, is a more tolerable instance.
Really?
I was confused because they were telling her to control her emotions, and she had no emotions.
I didn't say she was good. I said she was more tolerable. One of them that really pissed me off was Nala in the new Lion King, where they made her basically just like a wet blanket through the whole movie. I'm like, that's disappointing. Remember at the beginning of the original when she was just as hungry for trouble as Simba? And now she's like immediately like Simba, we gotta go. Simba, we shouldn't be here. Simba, we gotta go home.
And then instead of being hungry for trouble, she was hungry for that lion dit.
That's always been a constant in Lion King.
Well, in the new one, so in the original Lion King, when they meet up, they they're like super excited to see each other because she thought he was fucking dead. And they're like super happy. There's this whole reunion, and then they like have the "Can you feel the love tonight" section with like where she looks at him with those eyes that no other lion should look at another person. And then she's like, "Yo, we need to like go back because Scar's like fucking everything up." But in the new one, she's like, "Oh my God, you're alive. We need to go like now."
Now.
And I was like, "Up to bug to pa."
But, like,
aren't we
can
supposed
we
to make
feel
Sweet
the
Light
love tonight? Like,
they don't even get that one right. So Can You Feel the Love Tonight takes place at dusk at the best.
oh, Lord.
In broad sunlight.
How embarrassing.
Yeah. Honestly, the best part of that movie was Timon and Pumbaa.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Like, do you care about spoilers?
The live-action Lion King? Absolutely not.
I just needed to ask. So, for the, so, do you guys remember, like, what do you expect me to do? Dress up in drag and do the hula?
Yes.
Wow! Yeah, so they changed that up. They did a different, they did something different. Timon sings Be Our Guest.
But
I remember that.
Okay, yes, but I feel like that was equally good.
Was it?
It actually was.
Yeah,
that was the one bit of genuine joy I actually felt during that movie.
No other joy.
No,
Only pain.
nothing.
Only suffering.
I saw that movie for my birthday, Chris.
Oh. So you hate yourself.
I wanted to see Godzilla vs. Destroyer in my home, but no. We went out of the way to make me feel sad. Though, to be fair, that was my decision to see that movie, so shame on.
So you hate yourself.
Also, they
pleasure.
Also, they fucking gutted the best song in the movie.
Yeah, I was like, oh, he's singing now.
No, he's not. He's talked it.
Oh, I did. I was like, he was talking, and all of a sudden, I was like, oh wait, this is Be Prepared. That's happening right now. Thought it was still dialogue.
Yeah, that shouldn't be a thing. When someone is singing in a musical, you should be able to tell if they're singing. And it wasn't even a thing like Jeremy Irons, where Jeremy Irons couldn't sing. Like, you know, Chiwetel Ejiofor can actually sing.
And somebody subbed to sing in for Scar, right?
They did so it actually is Jeremy Irons throughout the majority of the song, but after the like you won't get a sniff without me line, Jeremy Irons actually threw out his voice, so they had Jim Cummings they had Jim Cummings to come in and replace him for the last
Winnie the Pooh himself.
Yep, he was also Ed.
What a talent.
He was Ed the Hyena.
Hyenas in the original one I was a huge fan of.
Oh yeah. They just kind of they just didn't live up in the remake. Like, I guess they made Shenzi the leader of the hyenas, which I'm like, I thought Scar was the leader of the hyenas, but I guess they need another leader of the hyenas. And then I guess Shenzi and Sarabi had like beef or something that they didn't. See, they couldn't go into it because they had to dedicate that very valuable screen time to us seeing a ball of shit being rolled around with a bit of Simba's hair in it.
What?
Yeah, there was so they cut down on some very crucial like parts from the original, and like ones that make the emotional impact, you know, really stick. And we get to focus. So you guys remember that one scene in the original where Simba lies down and like the dust goes flying, and then the next scene Rafiki grabs him and it's like, he's alive! He's alive! Remember that scene?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
In this one, they show you the entire journey of a little tuft of Simba's hair going like flying across the savannah.
Yeah, that.
Yeah, landing on they show you it landing on a leaf, it getting eaten by a giraffe, it getting shit out by a giraffe, the friggin' like dung beetle rolling it, and then like the breaks open, the wind picks it back up, and
Dang.
I could not believe what I was seeing with my very own two eyes.
My own two eyes that I used to see.
I kid you not. Like on the ride home, so I had not seen the original Lion King in years before I'd seen that movie, and then I hadn't seen it for a few more months after watching it. I rewatched it on the train ride home from Southern. I cried during Circle of Life. Because I was just like, dear God, there's color! Because that movie is just so fucking drab. It has nothing to offer in that regard.
Unfortunate spaghetti.
Like, I have watched
That's why I don't watch
documentaries of Africa. Africa is a beautiful continent. This does not do Africa justice. It's like
That does, however.
Now, see,
wait.
that's some premium Africa content.
That just sparked such a gut Shakira reaction in me.
Wait, real quick, how much time do we have?
We got negative 15 seconds. Go.
Oh, I was gonna comment on the FIFA, but I think that's another episode.
Though we don't have any more episodes, Mike. So get it in. Speak now or forever hold your peace.
FIFA, that's it.
FIFA?
FIFA.
Yeah, the World Cup. I've been following that. It was just there's been a lot of wild stuff that's been happening.
Yeah.
Japan has literally turned into an anime.
I like how I was like, but we don't want foreign people to do foreign people things. Then why did you get the FIFA playing here?
Just didn't think I'd live in a world where the U.S. progressed, but Mexico didn't.
Yeah, tragic.
The U.S. is actually doing really well.
Well, you see, Mike, it's a give and take. Either the U.S. does well and other countries don't, or other countries do well and the U.S. suffers.
I'd like them to be more into soccer because they just kind of feel disconnected and just focus on football.
Well, Mike,
Yeah, we were like, we're not good at other country football, so we'll make our own football so we look like we're good at football.
you know, I'm gonna make my own football with blackjack and hookers.
You're right.
More
though.
accurate than I wish I could admit, but from what I understand, yep.
Yep. I don't even like football, and I get that. Anyways, we were out of time, so we'll have to talk more football next time. Goodbye.